Hello fellow survivors, this is your buddy RV Guy back again with another little quick video. And today guys, I'm doing a upgrade and modification video to one of my knives. Now this is the Jungle Master knife from United Cutlery. It's kind of like a Bowie style knife. It's got the serrated edges in the back. It's very long. The blade's about either 8 or 9 inches. The handle's about 4 inches. It also has a circular hole here right above the handle guard, all stainless steel. Now this hole, I don't believe this is for a gun, guys. I've done my research on this knife. This is for actually to put a pole through. You could turn this knife into a spear if you want to go spear fishing or you're hunting a type of game where you need a spear. But that's what this hole is for, right? And we're going to touch on that a little bit later. But I've been seeing videos with this knife, and the problem with the people who have with this knife is that it loosens up here. Okay, now I'm going to try to improve on that, guys. Now, inside the handle, there's a tang. It's one piece of metal, a knife, and the tang goes this way. And then you attach it with the pommel. All right, this pommel in the back here is used for breaking glass. And the pommel screws in, and every once in a while you have to tighten this back up again. So it's not very safe, and it's not very secure, and not very reliable. But I think I can fix that problem. And what I'm going to be using is this stuff. JB Weld. Okay? Well, JB Weld is an epoxy. It's a 2 chemical-based epoxy. And the strength on this one is 3,127 per square inch. It sets in 6 minutes, cures in 4 to 6 hours, and it turns dark gray in color, which I'm not worried about because it's going to be inside on the handle. Okay, it's good for household repairs, automobile plumbing, marine crafts, and all different surfaces. All right, and I'm not a blacksmith or a knife maker or anything like that, but I do my research and I watch these guys like the show on Forged on Fire and things like that in YouTube videos, and I see when they make a handle, they always put epoxy around the tang, they put it together and they seal it up. And I think that'll make the difference. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some epoxy on the threads on the inside of the pommel, and we're going to throw a lock washer and then tighten it up and let it set. Okay, the blade is kind of sharp. I'm going to throw another edge on it, and then we're going to test it out. So this is going to be a 2-part video, guys. The first part will be the improvement. The second part will be the testing of the knife itself. Now, if anybody wants to know what I'm going to be using, all right, we got our lock washer right here for the rear of the pommel. I'm going to be going over the handle with this shoelace. There's a reason for that. We're going to touch on that a little bit later. And we got our plier grips to tighten everything up. My vice grips here. All right. Now this is the sheath that the knife comes with. It's a nylon sheath with snaps that I prefer better than Velcro, because Velcro gets all gunked up with stuff and sometimes it doesn't work. I just like the snaps better. But it's a nylon sheath with it plastic in her. I would have preferred a nice leather sheath, but you know, this is cool too. It's not going to rot. It's not going to decay. It's nylon and plastic. So yeah, we're going to move the sheath out of the way, and we're going to get started on repairing the knife. Now, I've already taken the liberty of loosening this up, so I'm going to show you what the tang looks like on the inside, guys. This screws off just like this. You take off this plate, the handle pulls off, and here's the tang. Okay, here's the tang. Not much of a thick tang, but it's a tang and it goes all the way through. And I believe I can work with this. All right, so we're going to put this over to the side. And this, and this, and this. And we're going to work with the handle right here, guys. Now, what we need to do with the handle is we need to fill all of this up with this epoxy. Okay, the easiest way to do this, I say, is to mix the epoxy, tape off this back part with some, I don't know, duct tape or some electric tape or something, and just fill it up inside here. And that's what we're going to do next. Okay guys, I've taken a small piece of duct tape, and as you can see, I've covered the hole here. Alright, we're going to fill the epoxy up right here, and hopefully this will work. Alright, so let's get to mixing the epoxy. Alright, I've taken the cover wrapper off the JB Weld, and what we're going to do is we're going to use the plastic container carton that it came in, a little container here, to mix the JB Weld. Alright, now like I said, this is a two-part chemical reaction type of thing. When you press down on this, it's going to push both chemicals out here into here. They give you this little applicator stick, which is good. We're going to mix this up, and we're going to use this we're going to scoop it up with this applicator stick, and we're going to put it in here. We're going to try to fill it up as fast as we can, because this stuff dries fast, guys. Alright, so we take off the top, spins off like this, pull it up, and I believe it should come right out. Alright, we're getting the black, and there goes the gray. Alright, now you got to mix them two together. So, there we go. All of it out. Now I'm going to save some. That looks like a lot. Alright. Let me take the stick here. Get this off. Alright, that looks like a lot. So we're going to close this back up, and we're going to start mixing. Alright, until we get like a gray color. You guys can see that. Mix it around good and thoroughly so we get a nice gray color. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to take it and try to get as much of it as we can inside this hole. This is the hard part, but hopefully we can do it. Alright, and again, you got to be quick with this stuff because it does dry fast. Gravity should just let it fall down in the hole. Alright, tilt it up. Now, if we get some on the handle, I guess we can always take it off with some saw paper or stuff like that. But again, if you hold it up, it should just fall down by gravity. It should just go right in that hole because it's still in liquid form. Okay, we'll give it a chance for it to fall down in there. Alright, like so. Scoop it over to the sides, put that there. Like this. And now that I think about it, I should have been wearing rubber gloves when I do this, but if I'm careful enough, maybe I'll save my hands. Alright, you can see we got most of it in there. As you can see, guys, by gravity, it goes right down in that hole. Okay, guys, I've got it pretty much filled up inside there. Now, you have to be quick with this because, like I said, this stuff dries fast. And what you want to do is you want to take the knife, right? Make sure everything is lined up correctly. And you just want to take it and push it inside, just like so. Turn it upside down, okay? and press it. See if you can find the opening back here where the tang is at and push it through. All right, and there's your seal. All right, see if you guys take a look at that. It's sealed all the way around, and you're gonna push it through. All right, now there is some JB Weld already on here on the threads from the inside. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. All right, just like that. I'm gonna add my lock washer. Before I can add the lock washer, I have to put your end cap on. Can't forget about the end cap. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take some JB Weld and we're gonna put it all around here, because we gotta put some for the end cap. Just like this. Okay. Now we're gonna take our end cap right here and we're gonna put it on. Press it down. And that's done. All right. Now this stuff is messy. Like I said, you got to work quick because it dries fast. You've got 6 minutes to do this. All right. And then we're going to take our lock washer, place it on, and we're going to take our pommel. Okay. And we're going to screw that on. All right. Now, after we do that, we're going to take our vice grips or pliers or whatever you guys got. You can use a vice. I like to use a vice grip because it grabs on there tight, and we adjust it to the right size, and it holds on. And we're going to tighten it. Okay, that didn't quite line up correctly. Let's see if we can get this lined up right. Loosen it up a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, it's lined up correctly now. And we're going to tighten it. There we go. Okay, so this is the finished product. Looks kind of messy now with the glue on it, with the epoxy rather, I'm sorry. But what we're going to do is we're going to take some alcohol and clean this up. And we're going to see if, we're going to get it, let it dry, and we're going to see if it holds, all right? Let's get the alcohol and clean this up. Okay, guys, I got some alcohol cloth here. And I'm going to see if we can take all this before it dries. Okay. These are like those alcohol pads that they give you in the hospital, or those cleaning cloths, you know, after you go to KFC and you get your fried chicken and it's all greasy, and you use these to clean your hands off with. But got another one here. And once this stuff dries, I guess you can file it off, a little file. But why have to go through all that if I can clean it off now, right? Like I said, I got some on my hands. Should have been using rubber gloves. I'll get it off. All right. There we go. All right, get it off the blade. And the blade is stainless steel, so it should be easy to clean. Okay. All right, now it's already starting to dry. It's getting hard. I'm gonna go get a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Maybe I could do a little bit better with that, guys. Okay, guys, I ran and I got a bottle of spray alcohol here. I guess you can also use, they have this stuff called Glue Gone or fingernail polish remover, but I'm going to saturate this down with this alcohol all on the blade. Just see if I can get the rest off. Like I said, this is a messy job, but yeah, if you take a look at the handle here, yeah, it is taking it off. I got an old white sock here that I'm using as a rag, and let's see if it gets it off the blade. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just taking it off the blade. Spray a little bit more. I'm telling you, alcohol works wonders, guys. Kills germs, disinfects, it cleans. Okay, as you can see, look at this side. And now I had epoxy on there. Now look at this side. We're going to take it, spray it. See if we can get this off. Because this epoxy does dry fast. I've used it for a number of other things before in the past. Yeah, look at that. Took it right off. Okay. Let's work on. Alright, now this around the handle I'm going to leave there because I want that to make a seal. Like I said, I did fill up the old inside of this with epoxy. And I used about almost the whole thing of this JB Weld. So this should work. I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to let this sit overnight. And I've gotten everything tightened up. I've got a lock washer here. I've got the JB Weld on the threads. I've tightened the pummel with a vice grip. So it should work, guys. All right, now after this all dries up, this is going to be pretty much solid inside here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sharpen it up. I'm going to put an edge on it. A little bit more here. I'm going to put an edge on it. It has edge already. I'm going to put a better edge, rather. And we're going to do some, we're going to take it out. We're going to do some testing stuff with it, okay? But yeah, I hope this solves the problem, all right? This is part 1, and this has been your buddy RV guy. Until next time, peace.